Hey, I am so excited and honored to be able to speak to you guys at the Mom Boss Summit. My name is Terri-Lee Mooney. I am a mom, a wife, a sister, a grandma of 5 grandbabies, and I'm going to share with you some tips that have really helped me over my 6-year career in direct sales. Stop the overwhelm, stop the burnout, and just be more in control of your life. Okay, so first of all, let's talk a little bit about how most people function. So most people live in a world that others have created for them. So most people think they don't have the motivation to get the tasks done throughout the days, but what they're really lacking is clarity and focus and intentionality. So we all go about our days without really knowing the habits that we do every day that kind of take control of our day and run our day for us. So I'm going to go over some of these habits that will help you take back your life, make you feel more in control and a more emotionally available in a better environment, that you can feel more confident, you can feel less overwhelmed, and be in more control of how your day is going to run. Okay. So my life has not always looked like it does today. So 6 years ago, when I first started my direct sales business, I was working full time. I was working in healthcare. So I was on call plus working full time. I am a mom to a blended family of 5 kids. And at the time, I also had one granddaughter who was living with us. So we were busy, to say the least. And when I first started this direct sales business, my life was completely pure chaos and overwhelm. But I had the desire and the wants to have success with this. So I had to figure out a lot of things. So this is kind of where I came from, and where I've gotten to with implementing really great habits that have helped me get through my day better, in a better state of mind. So I'm going to share those with you. Okay. Um, just going back a little bit, my life was also very unorganized. I was addicted to notifications on my phone, which I'm going to talk a little bit about because I know we can all relate to this. And I was never fully able to be present in my life because I always was looking forward at the next thing I had to get done, the next thing I had to get done. And I was constantly overwhelmed and I was constantly anxious. And I wasn't really able to enjoy anything in my life. So I was doing all this work and all this stuff, but wasn't getting what I wanted out of life. So drop in the comments if you can relate to this as a mom, because I know as moms, we all can relate to feeling that overwhelm. And also, we're really going to dive into what we can do to stop the overwhelm with this device. Okay. So I had to figure out, how was I going to get my side hustle business to help me reach the time and financial freedom that I so desired. If I was constantly feeling overwhelmed, I was constantly in reaction, distraction mode, and I seemed like I was getting less and less time and getting more and more overwhelmed the more my business grew. So something had to change. So around the same time as this, a friend and mentor of mine was doing some training on habits and how to stack habits to help win your day. And I'm like, I'm open to listening to this training because I think my life is out of control and I want to feel like I'm more in control of it. So when I heard these and I started implementing these into my life, which I've had to restart and implement over and over again. Every time I'm feeling overwhelmed in my life, I go back to these same habits because it helps so much. So I'm going to go over these with you, and hopefully you can get the same kind of clarity, the same kind of focus, the same kind of intentionality with your day as this has helped me. Okay. So without thinking, we all have a basic morning routine. So I want you to think down and write on a piece of paper what your first hour of your morning looks like. So like, be really clear write down the steps, because we all kind of have basic steps we do every day. We all like get up, we go to the washroom, we brush our teeth, we get out the door, we get dressed, we shower, all those things. So I want you to really systematically write down what your morning routine looks like now. And then we're going to see if we can kind of implement some of these good habits into that and help you with that morning. Okay. So like I said, we're going to get really intentional with how we start our day here. So these habits can be stacked on top of each other. So the first time you're putting these into action, which I highly suggest, information is great, but it does nothing if we don't put it into action. So do one at a time over time. And you know what? We all don't have the perfect day and the perfect morning, but just try to put one foot in front of the other and get better at it every single day. And then over time, they're just going to become those great habits that we do without thinking. So the first one, and this is probably the most important. This has changed my life so much because I used to get up and it was the first thing I looked at. Who can relate? Okay. So many people get into looking at their phone as the first thing they do in the morning. Like before they even go to the washroom, they look at their phone. It's true. Okay. So when you get into the habit of not looking at your phone for the first hour of the day, this studies show that people are 76 more productive throughout their day just by avoiding that phone the first hour. So, and I'm saying avoid, so I don't want it even in your bedroom, okay? I don't want it beside you. I want you to completely avoid it. I don't want you to resist it because the temptation is way too hard when you first start doing this habit. So I want you to avoid it. I want you to put it in your office. I want you to put it in the kitchen, out of the bedroom, unless there's some reason that you really need to have it in your bedroom. I know for me, when I was working in healthcare, there were sometimes I was on call and I had to have it in my bedroom. But the days that you can have it out of your bedroom, have it out of your bedroom, please. Okay, and then you're probably wondering, well, how am I supposed to wake up if I don't have my phone in my bedroom? Because so many of us use it as our alarms. So what I want you to do is go on Amazon, go to Walmart, go to your local drugstore, buy an old school alarm clock. I actually have one from Amazon that looks exactly like my phone, but it's just an alarm clock that I have on my bedside table. This will be the best, like these are cheap, guys. These are like $10, right? The best $10 you'll ever spend. So I really want you to do this habit first. And it's going to be hard getting into it if you have never done this before, but I encourage you to do it. Okay. Number 2, I want you to put on your bedside table a glass of water. Okay. A full glass of water. I'm actually going to take a sip of water right now. My mouth is getting dry talking. Okay. First thing in the morning. And before you do anything else, before you get up and pee or anything, I want you to drink that glass of water. And I want you to drink it with a vision of it pouring life into you, pouring energy into you. I know this seems silly, but really visualize that. It's going into your body. It's hydrating your body. This is going to get you up out of your bed, because what's your body going to want to do the first thing after you drink water? It's going to want to pee, right? Because we also have been in bed sleeping for 8 hours. So it'll get you up. It'll get you in the bathroom. It'll get you up out of bed. I want you to drink that water, at least 1 full glass, if not 2. I actually have gotten to the habit where like 500 mLs of water gets into me before anything else. So no coffee, guys. I want water first thing in the morning. This is going to help hydrate your body so much. And like I said, get you out of bed. Okay. So on to number 3. This is a habit that I have developed. I have to admit, throughout most of my adult life, it was not a habit, but make your dang bed. Okay. I know it seems silly. They talk about it in the military. They talk about it in a lot of other different trainings that I've done. But making your bed, it's the first thing you can do to kind of organize your life, leave your bed. I have a lot of nice, fun throw pillows on it. And no matter how your day goes, you're going to end your day coming back to a made bed. Now, if you have a spouse that sleeps later than you and you can't do that, like do it later on in the day or train your spouse to do it. But try to get into the habit of having your bed made. It's really literally going to change your life. I have been doing it like, I don't even think about it anymore. I don't even actually recall making my bed anymore because it's come such a habit. Drink my water, go to the washroom, come back, make my bed. First thing done. Okay. Next thing, I want you to listen or read something positive. Okay. So lately I have been reading, flipping pages in a book. Before that, I was listening to audiobooks. I was listening to YouTube. But I have been getting back into reading just old school flipping books and do something that's personal development. Okay. Make it a goal of doing that for like 20 minutes of your day, 15, 20 minutes, first thing of your day. You want to pour that positive mindset, that positive, just positivity into your brain, because it is going to change how you go through the rest of your day. I guarantee you. I had a good example of this just the other day where I didn't feel like getting out of bed. I was really tired. I was in a bad mindset. I can't remember exactly why I was like that, but just picking up a book and reading a book that was personal development. It was actually Atomic Habits that I am rereading right now. And it's by James Clear, if anybody wants to look it up. I highly recommend it. I'm about halfway through it. I love it. It's all about habits as well. But it changed my whole outlook on the day. Changed me to, I'm a person who pours positivity into myself every day. And then I'm a person who gets these other habits done throughout the rest of my day. And it got me up and got me moving and changed my mindset entirely. Okay. Doing this will rewire your brain and it'll feed your brain positivity, not only for the morning, but it helps rewire your brain. So no matter what happens throughout your day, you're going to be looking at things in a positive mindset. So 1% of separation will make so many changes over time in your life, doing these small habits. Okay. So no news, no TV. You're going to pour positive knowledge into yourself first thing in the morning. Okay. So you're probably thinking, okay, if I'm supposed to listen to an audiobook or YouTube or a podcast, how am I supposed to do this? I'm avoiding my phone for the first hour of the morning. So I want you to do it without looking at anything else. So no texts, no emails, no social media, no messages. If you're going to use your phone for that part of your day, do that without getting distracted with anything else. Okay. So one of the best ways to do that is to turn your notifications off everything. On my phone, I don't have my notifications turned on my email. I have no notifications for my social media. I have no notifications on my text. I have nothing on my messenger. I have nothing in my DMs and Instagram, like nothing. So if I'm going to check those things, it is going to be intentionally. I'm not going to be hearing bumps and buzzers and vibrations or anything. The only time I do have it on, like I said, is if I've been in call with healthcare before in the past, and that's only for phone calls. Okay. So turn notifications off everything. Okay. You don't want to be, like I said, in that reaction distraction mode. We want to be in proactive creation mode throughout our day instead of being reactive. Okay. So notifications all off. I know it's going to be hard if you've never done that before, but I highly, highly recommend it. Okay. Then you can intentionally check those during the day when you decide. Okay, so my next one is one that I love, is focusing on gratitude every single day. Gratitude is the most underutilized business tool that we have. Okay, you cannot be grateful and be fearful at the same time. This will change everything for you, I promise you. Okay, if you ever are feeling overwhelmed, if you ever are feeling anxious, I want you to get into a habit of stopping. And I'm going to go through a little exercise with you guys here right now too. Okay, stopping and thinking about what you're grateful for. So really think about what you want to live your life in. Do you want to live your life in an emotional state of frustration, overwhelm, anxiety, sadness? No, we don't want to live that life, right? We want to live in a life of abundance, hopefulness, be visionary with our lives, know where we're going, know what we want in our lives, and in gratitude. So here's a little exercise I'm going to want you guys to go through. It's really an exercise on how to sync your heart to your brain waves and be in sync with how your mind and your heart works, okay? So I want you to hold your hands on your heart. Breathe deeply. I want you to focus on your heart and all the power and goodness you have inside of you. Focus on what you feel grateful for in this moment. What do you have in your life right now that is a true gift for you? Okay. I challenge you to feel that gratitude and pause for a minute and do those deep breaths, and then write down the first 5 things that come to your mind that you are grateful for right now in that moment. So it can be simple things, simple blessings that you have in your life, that you have a roof over your head, the weather is beautiful, that you got to spend time with a family member. Like, just think of the simple things in your life that you are grateful for. This centers us, and you become one with your heart and with your gratitude. And this takes only a few minutes every single day. A practice that I do is I actually write this down in a journal every morning. And I know when I have times in my life where I do start getting anxious and overwhelmed and things are spiraling a little bit out of control, I always look back and go, oh, what am I not doing in my life? I'm not focusing on gratitude. So you don't necessarily have to do it in a journal, but I do encourage you to do this practice every single day. Like I said, only takes a couple minutes. And then with that, that goes into number 6, create positive expectancy. So expect your day to be good. I know this sounds silly and woo-woo, but create some positive experiences that you can look forward to in your day and expect those to happen, okay? We always love seeing other people having positive things happen in their lives, so expect it to happen to you. Don't go into your life saying, oh, things always happen to me wrong. Bad things always happen to me. If you go looking for the things during the day that aren't positive, guess what? You're going to find more and more and more of them. So look for those positive expectancies throughout your day. Set your day up so that you are in control of your day and that you're focusing on those positive things that are happening to you through the day. And stop for a second and think about it and be grateful for it, though, and that will change the whole outcome of your whole day. Okay. Whenever life happens to you through the day and something does happen, this also helps you get into a better mindset and a more of a solution mindset instead of being in a reactive mindset. All right, just going into number 7. This one has been the biggest struggle of my whole life. I have given every excuse in the book not to do this first thing in the morning. I know for me, moving my body first thing in the morning changes my whole day. And I encourage you guys, don't do this for the physical changes that it can happen to your body. Do this for your mental health. Do this for your mental state of mind that you want to have throughout the day. You cannot have passion, vibrancy, energy if you don't have great health. So moving your body every day puts you into immediately taking charge of your day and taking charge of your health. If you're moving your body first thing in the morning, you're more likely to also put good food into your body because you've done the exercise in the morning, you're feeling great about it, and you're more likely to put more good foods in your body to fuel your body so you can keep moving. Implementing this 30 minutes of moving your body every day, don't give yourself the excuse that you don't have the time for it, because doing this activity for 30 minutes every day will actually give you more time and more energy throughout your day than you would have than if you hadn't have done it. Okay, so pick whatever activity you love to do, change it up, do different things, walk, bike, run, lift weights, do yoga, dance, whatever you love to do to move your body, do that. And like I said, change it up so it doesn't get boring or stagnant, change it up. Or if you love doing the same things, do that, but just encourage you to do that. The very minimum, go out and walk. Another one that I really, really highly encourage you to do if you're especially feeling anxious and overwhelmed, yoga is so good. Just the breathing exercises through yoga and the stretching in itself helps your body keep more mobile as we age, and just helps ground you and relax you, and just decrease any anxiety that you have in your body or any tightness just with the stretching, okay? And schedule it in, like schedule into your day. And you're probably wondering, all right, Terri, you're talking about all these different things I'm supposed to do in the morning. How am I going to fit this in the morning when I need to get out of the door at such and such time? So really train your body to get up earlier so you can get all these things in. And then train your body to maybe go to bed an hour earlier so that you wake up an hour earlier, okay? Because you want to get a good quality sleep in as well. Okay. Anybody who is in really great shape, if you ask them when they work out every day or what they do every day, I guarantee you they'll have an answer for you. So don't just wish and hope that you're going to find time in a day to get some kind of physical activity in, because we all know how that works. It usually doesn't happen. You have about a 50% chance or less of it actually happen if you don't schedule it, if you don't plan for it. One of the ninja tricks that I do is if I'm going to be doing weights in the morning, I put my pre-workout beside my water, beside my bed. I put my clothes beside my bed. So that's the first thing I see and get change into, and pour my pre-workout into my shaker cup, shake it up and drink it before I even know what the heck I'm doing. First thing in the morning when I'm drinking my water, then it sets me up to like, okay, next thing you got to do is you got to get that workout in, right? So highly, highly encourage you to get some kind of physical activity done, move your body and sweat your body for 30 minutes. I love to do it first thing in the morning. If you can't get it in first thing in the morning and it works better for you in the evening, at lunch hour, whatever, schedule it to make sure that it gets done in your day. All right. And tell yourself an affirmation that I am someone who moves my body every day. I tell myself that over and over and over and over again, and it then just becomes a habit. I am somebody who moves my body every single day. It's non-negotiable. So just do it. And I also want to just throw in a disclaimer. Please check with a physician. Make sure that you're not overexerting yourself. I don't want you to hurt yourself or anything with any of the activities that I just mentioned. Little disclaimer there, okay? Number 8, set intention for your day. So get priorities for your day, do it in checklists, do it in check-off lists, get organized maybe the night before a little bit to set your day up with intention. Okay. Have intention to complete tasks one at a time. Don't try to multitask. I know that being a busy mama with 5 kids, I used to brag on how I can multitask. In reality, nothing got done effectively and nothing got done properly by doing that. One task at a time, do it to the best of your ability, move on, check it off and get it done. And if you have things that don't get done during the day, that's okay. Move them to the next day, give yourself some grace, but set up those priorities of what you need done in your day and then get them done. Sometimes we have 15, 20-minute pockets of our day at lunch hours, at breaks, if you're working full time. If you have kiddos at home, if you're a busy mom at home, maybe nap times, maybe when you're like, waiting for the kids at school, in the pickup lines, when you're at the grocery store, give yourself 10 minutes to complete some tasks that you need to get done in your business or in your life throughout the day in those little pockets. We all have those little pockets of time in our day. Use them intentionally to get tasks done. All right. Number 9. Practice sending gratitude to others in your life, okay? So always with intention, think of those people in your life that you appreciate, them having them in your life, you admire them, you respect them. These could be teachers, mentors, teammates, family members, your spouse, your kids, your grandbabies, your friends, your neighbors, your siblings, your parents. Make it intentionally a task every day of telling somebody something positive that they've done for you in your life. It's giving that message and making somebody else's day and praising them is going to give you back so much more. And plus it's making somebody's day, has all those feel good things, right? So highly, just work that into your day somewhere. If that's a text, if that's a message, if that's a social media, a shout out, if it's telling that person in person, giving them a compliment on how they look, figure out something throughout the day. And you'll notice the more you do this, the more comfortable it gets and the more you want to do this because it just feels good. Okay, last one. Avoid sugar and high carbs first thing in the morning. Okay, so most of my adult life, I got up in the morning and what did we eat? We eat cereal, right? You just get in a habit of doing that. And that's one of the worst things that you can do is eat like a sugary cereal or pour tons of sugar in your coffee. Those are just two examples of it. But most people choose a high carb or a high sugar as the first thing that enters their body. So what this does is really sets your body up for an addiction to sugar for the rest of the day, where you're really going to be struggling with your cravings throughout the day. So choose a protein as your first thing you eat in the day. So I don't care when you eat in the day, but the first time you eat in the day, I want it to be a protein source with very little to no sugar or carbohydrates in it, because it's going to set you up. It's going to satiate you. You're going to feel full. You're going to get through longer, especially if you've done a workout. You know, you want to have that protein to help you recover too, but no sugar. Like if you can manage no sugar ever, even better. I know I've been doing this challenge for a little bit, and I've done many challenges where I've gone away from sugar. I think I'm on day 40 of no sugar in my life. It's a game changer, guys. So just try to avoid sugar in your life, especially first thing in the morning, because it sets you up for like an energy high and then a crash afterwards. And we don't want that in our day, right? We don't want that insulin, the spike in insulin and then the crash we have after that and getting us into this whole glucose cycle. So try to avoid sugar first thing in the morning for sure. If you can eventually get up to the habit of avoiding it entirely, which is a whole other training that we could go into, but that really helps you set your day up to win the day, right? So I hope these tips help you win your day more with less overwhelm, less chance of burnout. And lastly, you can listen to all the great trainings in the world. You can write all the notes down and store those in journals and notebooks and stuff. And I know this is something that I've been guilty of sometimes too, is you hear these things, you love them, you want to do them, but you don't actually put them into action. So information does not change your life. Application of information does. So remember that, try to implement these into your life slowly, stack habits one on top of the other. Once you get into a good habit routine, really all of this takes an hour a day, first thing in the day, to set your day up with great intention. So my name again is Terri-Lee Mooney. My passion is to help other women just like you dream bigger for themselves unapologetically, and to have more greatness for themselves in their life. You all have so much greatness inside of you. You just need to intentionally tap into it, believe in yourself, trust in yourself. And I think we just need more greatness, especially from women in this world. So thank you so much for listening to me. Like I said, I'm really honored and privileged. I was asked to speak at this event, and I hope you had some value from it.